Time to talk a hidden source of sugar for a lot of you, also a hidden source of a lot of extra hormones and a lot of extra antibiotics. We're talking milk. I grew up drinking it almost every single night, a glass or two, consistently put it in our body. It does a body good, right? Not so much. There's a lot of other healthier foods you can put in for your bones, like green food. How much milk does a cow drink? Doesn't, and it has huge bones because it eats a lot of green food. And so if you are going to have milk, I'm going to show you exactly what you can be using and what chemicals to watch out for. And if you're drinking more of a vegetarian type or a nut milk, what do we need to look for there? So stand in front of the milk section here. Really want to make sure we see at least a step up to natural milk versus conventional, where we're eliminating the antibiotics and we're eliminating the hormones. So if we grab sort of just at the bottom down here, there's a whole milk, and it's from cows that have not been treated with the hormones. At minimum, we got to see that on there if we're going to get any sort of milk. I would recommend keeping the whole fat milk to keep the nutrients in the milk that it actually does provide, your vitamins. Then we work our way up, we go to organic. Now what organic is going to do is clean up the diet of the animal, and it's going to be without antibiotics as well. So you're not going to end up with the hormones, you're not going to end up with the antibiotics, and it's going to be cleanly sourced as far as what it's fed, way more grass than grain. Grain's going to inflame the animal, okay? So even better all the way up, if we do have to continue to go with milk, now we have one that's 100% grass-fed. And so this animal is going to be at its prime diet, keeps inflammation down. That animal stays a lot healthier. If a healthy animal is producing the milk, and that ends up in you, that's going to go way better. It's also organic, so we're eliminating the antibiotics, we're eliminating a lot of the hormones, and so that would be sort of the good, better, best when it comes to milk. Now let's go talk nut milks. All right, let's break down nut milks. And a lot of the problems with this is mostly it's water. So they blend up some of the nuts. A lot of it is water. And then a lot of emulsifiers end up in here. You got to be very leery of sugars ending up in here. We don't need more sugar going into the system. And then things like carrageenan, which can be really hard on the gut. So those are some of the main keywords we want to stay away from. So let's just take a real common one, almond breeze, flip it over. This one actually, it says non-GMO. And we got the filtered water, and then you're going to see several other ingredients listed here. Those are some of the emulsifiers, some of the added synthetic vitamins. I like to avoid synthetic vitamins. We don't really need those added in. You're going to get plenty of those through healthy eating and healthy foods. So let's keep working our way up the shelf. One of my other favorites is Califia Farms, and it's kind of going to have kind of the similar story, though. Not quite as many ingredients, but still quite a list, right? The Ultimate, this brand right here, where it's just looking as simple as we could possibly get it, as if you made it at home. Filtered water, almonds, sea salt. That's pretty good. And you can make your own. It's organic, and the reason that matters is because they spray the roots of the tree if it's not organic. So if it is organic, they prevent that process from happening, so no pesticides end up in the milk as well. And so that would be one of the best choices. All right, let's also talk coconut milk. And I would prefer that you get this in a can. It's gonna be their purest form, one ingredient coconut milk. But when you start to look at some of these packaged and cartoned ones, you're getting a lot of other ingredients going on in there. The gums, the emulsifiers, synthetic vitamins. Again, try to stay away from those if you are going to pick one, just like with the almond milk. And I would rather just go with this in the can. So creamers follow the exact same rules. We got oats. I don't know if a lot of you should be going that route. Opens you up to potential glyphosate, opens you up to potential spikes in carbohydrates and sugars. It's very tasty. It's more of kind of a treat for Dr. Livingood. We got coconut, we got almond, or you can go regular half and half. If you're looking at regular half and half, just refer to the first part of this video. We want to follow the rules of making sure it's at least organic and ideally grass-fed. But there's a couple of the coconut ones up here. Let's take a look at these. Let's go to the So Delicious, which is USDA organic. That's a great sign. It's going to keep the chemicals out of there. Non-GMO to make sure that these coconuts were brought from a good source. And there's only 5 ingredients in that. So you'll get a little bit of the emulsifier, the gums. Those are okay for most people. They're not going to bother you. Here's another one. Let's see what this gum has. So same thing. So pretty solid ingredients, very simple. No synthetic vitamins added. You don't need any of that. You don't need D2s and vitamin A's or B's. We don't have to fortify it at all. Get those nutrients from your foods. But you can still enjoy some delicious creamers. I like mine with some butter. I like it with some coconut oil. I like it with a scoop of collagen, a scoop of my collagen with monk fruit. I call that a DLG coffee. That recipe is below for you. I think it's a really good coffee creamer alternative, but there's your milks, breaking it down. Subscribe to the channel if you like it. Check out the other resources. We'll keep bringing you more videos to make food simple.